1935, Liberty Wheat penny, lying somewhere in your old collection. It might just turn the tables for you. This coin, often overlooked because of its common appearance, has hidden treasures buried within its variations and minting errors that can make it worth thousands of dollars today. So stay with me till the end of this video, because I'll not only reveal its current value, according to eBay and other auction platforms, but also how you can sell it for the best possible price. The 1935 Liberty Wheat penny was struck during an era of recovery in the United States, right in the heart of the Great Depression. It's a coin that carries the resilience and determination of the American people during one of the hardest economic times in history. Minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, this penny features the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the words, "1 cent flanked by wheat ears" on the reverse, symbolizing prosperity and growth. While millions were minted, not all 1935 pennies are the same. The condition, mint mark, and rare errors play a major role in determining the coin's true worth. On the obverse side, look right below the date for a small letter. AD means it was minted in Denver. An S indicates San Francisco, and no mint mark means Philadelphia. Generally, the Philadelphia Mint produced the most coins, making them slightly less valuable unless in pristine condition. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Collectors are always on the lookout for specific variations, such as the double-die obverse, where certain letters like Liberty or In God We Trust appear doubled. This error, if visible and in good condition, can skyrocket the penny's value from just a few cents to hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Another rare variant is the off-center strike, where the design is misaligned. Coins with clear off-centering, but with visible dates and details, are highly sought after. When we talk about coin grading, it's essential to understand how much condition affects value. A heavily circulated 1935 penny might only fetch between 10 and 30 cents, but if your coin has been well preserved, showing sharp details, smooth luster, and no scratches, it can easily be worth between $10 and $25 on eBay or similar platforms. Step into higher grades, like uncirculated or mint state, and the price starts climbing fast. Auction houses and online platforms have seen stunning sales. On eBay, for example, a 1935 S Wheat penny in MS65. Red condition sold for over $180. Another example from Heritage. Auctions shows a 1935 D in top grade reaching close to $250. Some exceptionally rare error coins have even fetched upwards of $1,000, depending on visibility and sharpness of the mistake. These numbers prove that a coin that once bought a loaf of bread can now buy an entire dining table set. One of the key reasons for this surge in value is collector demand. What if the ordinary-looking quarter you have right now is actually a hidden treasure that could change your financial life? Sounds unreal. But today we are talking about the 1986 Washington quarter dollar, a coin that collectors across the world quietly search for. And certain rare examples have sold for shocking prices online. If you have this coin, it might turn the tables for you. Stick around till the end to learn its true market value, according to eBay and major auction platforms, and most importantly, how you can sell it for maximum profit. The Washington Quarter series has a long and respected history in American coinage, and the 1986 issue is part of that legacy. Even though these coins were made for everyday circulation and struck in copper-nickel, some pieces from this year stand out due to their condition-striking quality and rare minting errors. Millions were minted at Philadelphia with no mint mark and at Denver with the D mint mark. But collectors are not hunting for every coin. They want the extraordinary ones. A regular circulated 1986 quarter typically has modest value, but the true magic begins when you talk about high-grade examples, coins that never entered. Circulation coins with full original mint luster, sharp details, and no scratches. Or where can command impressive prices. Collectors competing to build high-grade modern quarter sets are willing to pay serious premiums. Some gem-grade coins, certified by grading companies, have brought hundreds of dollars, while certain error examples have gone far higher. Now let us talk errors, because this is where some of the unbelievable values have come from. A 1986 quarter with a missing clad layer, a broad strike, off-center strike, double die features, or a clipped planche can transform an ordinary coin into a rare collectible. Small minting mistakes can boost value, and dramatic errors can make the coin extremely desirable. Always look closely at the edges, lettering, and overall strike. If something appears unusual, you may have a win in your pocket. Another key factor is eye appeal. Crisp rims, clean fields, and strong detail around Washington's hair and the Eagles. Feathers on the reverse can elevate the value significantly, while the majority of 1986 quarters are still worth face value when circulated. The small number of premium, condition, or error coins prove that not all quarters are created equal. Online demand for rare and high-grade modern coins has increased noticeably. Collectors across eBay, Heritage, Great Collections, and other auction platforms monitor these coins, pushing prices up for standout examples. People often assume only old coins are valuable, but the coin market continues to surprise with modern-date treasures like this one. So do not underestimate the 1986 Washington quarter. Whether it came from change, an old jar at home, or a forgotten pocket, check it carefully. Inspect the mint mark, look for unusual features, and evaluate its condition.
1976 Jefferson nickel lying around. Don't rush to spend it just yet, because this small 5-cent coin might just turn the tables for you in ways you'd never expect. Some of these nickels, especially the rare and high-grade ones, have been fetching surprising prices on eBay and major auction platforms. So stick around till the end of this video, because I'll reveal how much these coins are really worth and how you can sell them the right way if you happen to own one. The 1976 Jefferson nickel holds a special place in American numismatic history, although it doesn't carry a special bicentennial design like the quarter, half dollar, or dollar coins of that year. It still represents an important period in U.S. minting history. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features the familiar portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the front and his Monticello home on the reverse, continuing a design tradition that began in 1938. The U.S. Mint produced the 1976 Jefferson nickel at two major locations, Philadelphia and Denver, and also issued proof coins from San Francisco. Billions of nickels were made, but as always, not all were created equal. The difference between a coin worth 5 cents and one worth hundreds lies in its condition, mint mark, and possible errors. When you look at eBay listings and auction records, the prices for this coin vary widely. A regular circulated 1976 Jefferson nickel might sell for around 10 to 50 cents, depending on its wear and tear. But when you step into higher grades, especially coins graded by NGC or PCGS as MS66 or higher, you enter a completely different world. These high-grade nickels, with their sharp details and nearly flawless surfaces, can fetch anywhere between $50 and $200. The real surprises, however, come from rare minting errors and proof coins. For example, a 1976D Jefferson nickel with a dramatic off-center strike or die crack can sell for over $300 on eBay. Another example is a proof coin from San Francisco with deep cameo contrast, which collectors have paid more than $400 for in recent auctions. Some listings on Great Collections and Heritage auctions have even shown proof nickels with exceptional luster selling for up to $600. Collectors pay special attention to nickels with full steps on the Monticello design. That term refers to the clear visibility of all 6 steps at the base of the Monticello. Building on the reverse side, coins with full steps are extremely rare because they indicate a perfect strike, and these are the ones that can reach incredible prices. A 19760 full steps Jefferson nickel in pristine condition has been known to cross the $800 mark in professional auctions. Now, let's talk about what makes these coins so appealing beyond their market value. The Jefferson nickel has been in continuous production for decades, but coins from the 1970s represent a time when minting technology.
Have you ever looked at an old wheat penny and thought it was just another piece of copper? Well, what if I told you that your 1945 wheat penny could be worth way more than its face value, possibly even hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on its condition and mint mark? Yes, you heard that right. After this intro, if you have this coin, it might just turn the tables for you. So stick around until the end of the video to discover its true value and how you can sell it for the best price. The 1945 wheat penny is one of those coins that carries both historical significance and collectible potential. Minted during the final year of World War II. It reflects the resilience of America at a time when the world was emerging from conflict and moving toward peace. The penny features the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner on the obverse. A design first introduced in 1909 to honor the centennial of Lincoln's birth. On the reverse you'll find the iconic 2 wheat ears framing the words 1 cent, a symbol of American prosperity and hard work. What makes the 1945 penny especially interesting is that it was struck using copper and zinc, as the U.S. Mint had returned to this composition after the 1943 steel pennies experiment. The 1943 steel cents were produced to conserve copper for the war effort. But by 1944 and 1945, the mint went back to a copper alloy composition, using recycled shell casings from the war. This means your 1945 penny might literally contain metal that once came from the battlefield, an incredible piece of history you can hold in your hand. The 1945 wheat penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. You can identify them by checking under the date on the coin. No mint mark means it was struck in Philadelphia. A small D indicates Denver, and an S means San Francisco. The total mintage was massive, with over 1 billion coins produced across all 3 mints. Despite this, collectors still seek out high-grade examples and rare error varieties that make certain coins worth far more than their face value. Now, let's talk about what collectors and auction sites are really paying for these coins. On eBay and other online platforms, a circulated 1945 wheat penny usually sells for between 10 cents and a couple of dollars, depending on its wear. But that's just the beginning. Uncirculated examples, especially those graded MS65 or higher, can command significantly higher prices. According to recent sales, a 1945 D penny in brilliant uncirculated condition has sold for over $1,200, and rare error versions have fetched even more. Some of the most valuable 1945 wheat pennies are the ones with striking or die errors. For instance, coins with doubled dies, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks, known as RPMs, are highly sought after. Collectors pay. Francisco. Imagine one day looking down at a quarter in your hand and realizing it is not just a coin. It is a reminder of courage, history, and hidden value sitting right in your pocket. A coin that millions used casually in everyday life. But the right one could silently change your financial story. Today we are talking about the Tuskegee Airman 2021 Liberty Quarter. A coin that honors American heroes and also has shocked collectors with surprising auction results online. If you have this coin, stay with me till the very end, because what I am about to share could turn the tables for you. And as always, at the end I will guide you on how to sell it. But you must comment the price in the comment box and I will give you the exact value and selling procedure personally. The Tuskegee Airman Quarter is the final release of the America the Beautiful series, making it historically special right from the start. This coin honors the first African-American military aviators of World War II, known for breaking racial barriers and flying with unmatched excellence. The reverse shows a pilot in his flight gear with an aircraft flying overhead and the words, "They fought 2 wars," highlighting both the battle abroad and the fight for equality at home. The design is powerful, emotional, and highly respected by collectors, making this coin much more desirable than a regular modern quarter. Now, let us talk value, because history and beauty are amazing. But we know collectors want to know what this means for their pockets. Circulated pieces might usually pass as regular pocket change, but mint condition coins and graded examples are where things get interesting. On eBay and other platforms, high-grade MS66 and MS67 pieces have sold for $20 to $150. depending on condition and buyer demand. Proof and silver-proof versions, especially in PR69 and PR70 Deep Cameo, have reached between $40 and $250. Some raw ungraded shiny examples have also sold for $5 to $15. The true shock comes from error coins. This quarter has been found with doubling on lettering and details, clipped planchet errors, die chips, and strike-through varieties. Some dramatic error pieces have sold from $100 up to $500 or more, depending on how unique the mistake is. That means even a single unusual feature can turn a simple quarter into a rare collectible worth real return. Collectors love this coin not just for its design and tribute, but also because it marks the closing chapter of a major coin program. Combine that with emotional historic value and minting quality, and you have a coin that silently built a strong following among American and global collectors. That is why you should always check your coins, especially the edges, the lettering, the details of the pilot and the aircraft. Look for sharp strike, clean surfaces, no scratches, and of course any unusual minting features. If you have this coin lying in a drawer or you receive it in change, remember that this is not just a piece.
Have you ever wondered if a simple old nickel lying unnoticed in your drawer or mixed in pocket change could secretly be worth more than entire coin collections? Imagine a coin most people ignore, a coin millions saw as ordinary, suddenly revealing itself as a rare treasure that could change your financial luck. That is exactly the kind of mystery the 1965 Jefferson nickel carries. If you have this coin, it might turn the tables for you. So stay till the very end, because a lot of people think they know the value. But only those who learn to identify special markers, conditions, and selling strategies actually make real money from it. And remember, at the end, simply comment your coin details and I will personally tell you its price and how to sell it the right way. The year 1965 was a turning point in American coinage history. The United States Mint was under pressure due to a nationwide coin shortage. Silver prices were rising fast, and the government decided to remove silver from circulating coins. That is why 1965 coins are a big deal for collectors. While nickels did not contain silver, they were part of a dramatic transition era in U.S. coin production. This nickel features President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, facing left, with the word liberty and the national motto "In God We Trust," while the reverse depicts Jefferson's home, Monticello, with the words "E pluribus unum" and 5 cents United States of America. Even though it was a high mintage year, rare gems always hide in plain sight, and certain 1965 nickels have shocked collectors and auction markets. People often underestimate this coin because millions were made, but minting numbers do not tell the full story. What truly increases the value is condition and error varieties. The moment you see a crisp strike with clean steps on Monticello, especially full steps, you could be holding a coin worth far more than face value. Collectors go crazy for full-step 1965 nickels because they are incredibly difficult to find from that year. Weak strikes were common, which makes sharp details extremely valuable. Then you also have error types like double dies, off-center strikes, improperly annealed planchets that create rainbow tones, clipped planchets, and die breaks. Any of these errors combined with high-grade surfaces can push the value much higher than expected. When you look at a 1965 nickel, focus on key details: the clarity of Jefferson's hair, the sharpness of the lettering, the strength of Monticello lines, and especially those steps. If the steps are complete without breaks, that is where serious collectors pay attention. Clean surfaces, original mint luster, and no cleaning marks are essential. A naturally toned nickel can command serious respect in the collector market. Never polish or try to wash the coin, because that ruins the original surface and kills its value instantly. Collectors prefer originality and natural aging, and the tiniest scratch can drop